and welcome to Disc 2 of the Chronological Donald, Volume 4. I'm Leonard Maltin, and like many other kids growing up on all things Disney, I always gravitated toward Donald because he seemed to be the funniest of all the studio's cartoon stars. As I've gotten older, I've come to love Mickey, Goofy, Pluto, and all the others, but Donald was my first great favorite. These cartoons from the 1950s show that, along with his cartoon counterparts, Donald came a long way from the barnyard where we first saw him in the 1930s. Here he's a suburban homeowner who enjoys all the comforts that prosperous Americans grew accustomed to in the years following World War II. But comfort and prosperity have done nothing to dim his hair-trigger temper. That distinctive voice and squawk were still provided by the man who inspired Donald's creation so many years earlier, Clarence Ducky Nash. When a new character came along named Humphrey Bear, the big lug's unintelligible mumbles were provided by veteran studio sound effects man Jimmy McDonald, who by this time had inherited the job of voicing Mickey Mouse. You'll also meet a hard-working fuss budget of a park ranger in these cartoons, and if his voice sounds familiar, it should.
We won't mention any names, will we?
Bill Thompson was not only the voice of Droopy, the MGM cartoon star, but many a Disney character, like Mr. Smee in Peter Pan, and Jock in Lady and the Tramp. After the Donald Duck series wound down, the studio kept their hot-headed star busy on television and in a handful of educational shorts. We've included them here because many Disney fans who saw them in their youth have fond recollections of them. No other producer or cartoon studio ever came close to Disney in finding ways to impart information with a sugar-coated sense of humor. I was never any good at math, for instance, and I often whined that if only my teachers could make the subject as compelling as it seemed to be in Donald and Math Magic Land, I might have done a lot better. Donald also had the distinction of being the first and only classic Disney character to appear in a CinemaScope cartoon, Grand Canyonscope, which appeared in theaters months before the studio's first widescreen feature, Lady and the Tramp. Again, animation historian Jerry Beck and I will tell you more about the challenge of working in a brand new process in our commentary track. As they say in those TV ads, but wait, there's more. In 1999, the Disney Studios TV animation department, led by series directors Tony Craig and Bob Ganaway, set out to revive its classic characters in brand new short subjects that would comprise a half-hour show called Mickey Mouse Works. It was very well received and even earned a pair of Annie Awards. But a lot of dedicated Disney fans may have missed out on it since it was a Saturday morning show aimed at kids. We've selected some of the best Donald Duck cartoons from this program, and if you've never seen them before, you're in for a pleasant surprise. I think they're fresh and funny and brimming with new ideas, but in a classic vein. They don't indulge in pop culture references, so it seems to me that some of these scripts could have worked just as well in Donald's heyday in the 1940s and 50s. All of which goes to prove that although we know Donald was created in 1934, in fact, he's ageless.
February the 29th. Dear Diary,